All right, everybody, welcome back to the Klein Owner Series here on MLB The Show 24. We are in the 2026 draft, and I'm looking forward to this one. We got a decent amount of players here currently on our board. We currently have about 40 players on our board, and there's definitely a lot of guys here that are ranked well above us, but I wanted them there because you never know. If we can have one of these guys fall to us, it would be sweet. But right now, I am looking forward to seeing how we can work through this. There's some really good players out here that I'm hoping could be a very, very good spot for us. Chris Olivo is a guy that I'm really hoping makes it to us in our pick. He is not rated on the MLB scene, but he looks like he can be very clean. 6'3", 229, big dude, clean velocity. I'm looking at a guy who's got a chance of throwing a 99-mile-an-hour cutter and fastball with a 90-mile-an-hour splitter. Like, this is a supreme type of candidate that I'd love to have on the squad. But if he doesn't make it to us, right, I really like some of the other guys here, like Caesar Manuel, who is a righty, good stamina. There's a chance where this guy could be like Sergio Dorda and be kind of clean there. But if we end up looking at like an outfielder too, in the later rounds, I'd be pretty pumped. Daryl Hemphill, he's a third baseman that can play first base as well. Looks like he can be really, really good for us from a fielding standpoint, from a hitting standpoint. Again, these are pieces that we need to hopefully progress in a way that really works out. Now, another guy here that I'm interested in is Miguel Silva, who might make it to us in the second round. He's got ridiculous stealing and speed ability. This is one where it's going to be more contact hitting, but he might be able to help us from the base running standpoint, which I'm really hoping to deal with. You're looking at a guy like Michael Reyna around a certain range as well. This guy's more of a sticky type of pitcher. He's going to be cerebral. He's not going to throw the fastest pitches, but the hope is that he could really lean on to being a very good junk ball guy. Charles Diaz is another cat that I'm interested in here in the second round or so. He's got some really good, again, changeups and stuff. And that's something I was looking at when I was eyeballing some of these pitching prospects. It was not so much as, hey, I want a guy with crazy speed, but I was looking for a stamina, decent control of his pitching, excuse me, some pitch break opportunities, and just young in age. So the hope is that we can kind of develop them along the way. There's some really good ones. Sean Webster is another one I'd really like to have on the team. That could be a good development piece down the road. But I think we got some good pitching prospects as well right now, and Ishii, Uribe, Raymond King down in AAA. But if we add these prospects to that, now you're talking about classes that have the opportunity to move up, and be available in the next year or two altogether. So there's some pretty good guys here. There's some some outfielders and some infielders that I'm hoping can kind of get to us in the later rounds. But I have scouted like pretty tight in the top 100 for most of my guys, kind of seeing what's out there. Esteban Hernandez, this is a guy here I would love to have as our third pick if he can make it to us. Also, Dan McGaffick looks ridiculous. He's got like elite or well above stats across the board, and like I said, he falls to us, that would be very good. Dan McGallick. So I'm hoping for some good things here. I did scout pretty deep into this one. You're talking about guys that could be pretty interesting for us down the road. So I'm hoping for the best. I need a lot. This Angels squad still needs a lot. We made some moves and trades and stuff along the way to get us where we're at. I don't know what's going to happen with Flaherty or some of the other pieces. We may make a decision to move on from those guys and just move up Sergio Dorda again, and maybe bring some other guys up like Raymond King to just kind of get it over with. But we got to figure that out along. So let's get to the draft. Let's see what we can do here. The draft is on. I'm excited for this one here. So we will get it going. We are pick number 9. I'd like to see what happens. So for the first overall pick in the 2026 draft, Patrick Hairston goes to the Nationals. He was pick number 6 there on the ranking boards. He just 21 years old, left fielder. Nationals did not go for a pitcher here. Kind of interesting. See that. You got the Mets going Felix Bruno, starting pitcher. The best of the best right there. He was number 1 on our board, number 2 in the MLB ranks. So very good pickup for them. The third overall pick is going to the White Sox, and they're getting Johnny Libby, a starting pitcher. The true number 1 overall in the MLB rankings, number 2 on our board, 21 years old. He's a lefty. Nice pick for them. So the White Sox get it going. And now we got the Rockies up here. I'm hoping my guy makes it to us. Like, the guy I really want is Chris Olivo. That's the dude I'd love to have on the team. Cesar Manuel ends up going. Yeah, there's some pretty good pickups right now. Miguel Silva. Damn, he got picked up super early. Whoa. Got Julio Ramirez here. Starting pitcher. Kent Guzman. So William Vogel gets snagged up. Like I said, this is the guy I want, man. He's got like all the attributes. This might be a quick pick for us. Corey Robinson gets picked up by the Giants. This is a good third baseman too, man. The Marlins take Albert Santana, and we are up. So the guy I wanted is still there. Now you got some other guys here like Michael Reyna, who looks like he could be a very good piece for us as well. This is more of a breaking ball, guys, because he's got a nasty break, like ridiculous pitch break stats. Carlos Nunez there, center, like an outfielder would be really nice to have here. He's more of a contact guy, decent all-around player, but that's still pretty early here. Kent Guzman would have been interesting, but nothing screamed amazing. Julio Ramirez seemed fine, but he's only got 3 pitches, 12-6, a changeup, and a freaking 2-seamer. That makes me feel like this guy's more of a bullpen cat or in a rotation. So the guy I want is Chris Olivo. He's got ridiculous setup for his pitching velocity already. Control needs work, but his pitch break is okay. But it's the fact that this guy is going to have speed. So what we could do with Olivo is probably get him in the bullpen in a couple of years in the majors and then have him be a part of the rotation overall. But he has the potential to be an amazing cat. So I also like the fact that he came back on the doctor exam as healthy and injury risk as low. So this is the guy I want, Chris Olivo. He's the man. I'm super pumped about him. I am excited to draft Chris Olivo for pick number 9 overall. Welcome to the team. 19 years old as well. That's huge for me. He's a young cat, but we can grow over time. So now that they got that out of the way, you know, we're going to see some other picks coming up. We'll probably see what happens in the top 15 here and see where they go. Kent Guzman ends up getting taken there. You knew that was going to happen. That was an outfielder or pitcher, I mean. Yeah, it was a starting pitcher, Kent Guzman. So some guys are starting to fall. Rob Goodwin there. Julio Ramirez is number 5 on my list. And honestly, if he made it to us, I wouldn't be upset about that. Jeremy Bartlett. So it looks like some infielders now are starting to get taken here. Padres take Julio Ramirez. That was the last top 10 cat. Truly on the board for us. Everybody else is now kind of middle of the road. And like I said, I'm hoping we can find our way here. There's some guys that have really breaking ball aspects here. Sean Webster and then Antoine Kyler. So now that should get us to the next pick here. And we are pick number 47. And for us, look at that. Carlos Nunez is still there. He's more of a contact guy. He's right around our picks. His injury risk is low. This is another thing that I like right there. We could go Michael Reyna. He's 23 years old, though. That's my issue with him. He's more of a junk ball guy. He's not going to be bad from that aspect, but I need to play smart. Houston Caldwell, 22 years old out of New York. Looks pretty clean. You got Aaron Beatty here. He is 18 years old out of Dominican Republic. Decent control of his curveballs. Another breaking ball kind of cat right here. So I think we're going to be smart. I'd like to take an outfielder here. Carlos Nunez has great potential, it looks like. He wants to play for us. 6'1", 194, good size, no issues with injury. That's 2 players now that we are drafting that don't have an injury issue. So welcome to the team, Carlos Nunez. He's a little older, 21 years old, but if the potential works out, man, oh man, will that be sweet. So we'll go ahead and advance it next. This might be a pretty quick episode here. We got now pick number 85. We only got a minute now. And this is where I'm thinking about another center fielder here who looks really good. Another outfielder, power, strong, everything looks good. Has the ability to run and steal. Pretty aggressive, decent fielding, good discipline. This is a very good prospect. 18 years old out of Canada. I think this is not a bad move. We snag up a guy like Charles Douglas. Who knows, man? If he could be, it says his overall could be up to 84, but it looks like the potential's up to 73, so maybe he'll be like a 60 something. We'll see. Maybe he'll be like a 71 or 72, so kind of like a Caraballo. Like what I'm seeing there. So we're up again, and it looks like Francisco Fernandez is right here, 6'2" out of Puerto Rico. He's a very decent guy at 102. You got Antoine Robles here, another starting pitcher, good velocity opportunity, 6'3", 232 out of the Dominican Republic. We can go after an outfielder if we really wanted to. I think I'm going to go after David Hernandez, though. The stamina is there. He could be a pretty decent starting pitcher. He opted out of the health thing. That kind of scares me. He's 112. Where Francisco Hernandez is 102, so we're not really seeing that much of a difference. Yep, we're gonna go David Hernandez. Big dude, and he opted out of doctor's exam. It is what it is, but a little older of a draft pick, but I think in baseball, you know, you have him down in the minors for about 3 years. Maybe we could see something here. Another guy that's not rated, but I think this is cool. I think this is a good move for us. Next pickup, we're pick number 145 now. You got Francisco Fernandez still out there. He's healthy. Antonio Robles, another guy here that could be pretty decent for us out of the Dominican Republic. He's 21 years old. You know, all we got left here, it looks like, is some outfielders. I don't think there was any outfielder that I was super pumped about. Roy Duffy, nope. So I'm cool with looking at Antonio Robles here. 21 years old, 6'3", decent pitch velocity as well, and he's interested to play for us. Pick number 145 is Antonio Robles. So we got a lot of pitchers in this year's draft. A lot of pitchers in this year's draft. We got one more pick here. And it looks like all we got left on our board are outfielders. I was looking at some guys here, trying to see if we can kind of work through it. I think what's kind of interesting is Jim McKellen guy can actually play shortstop as well. He's a switch hitter, decent speed on him. He looks like he's got power against righties, which is kind of neat. But not much after that. If I were to look at any other prospects here, oddly enough, you got some guys that are not good. So I'm going to take him. He is 19 years old, but being a switch hitter to me is kind of neat. Maybe he falls into like the 60s. I am hoping he could be like a 60 overall or 65. But that's pick number 175 for us. So the draft is over. So we go back to the first round there. I think this is a good one for us. Chris Olivo looks like he could be one of the best prospects we've ever had. The fact that he's got the nasty speed in his arm right there. Everything can be about 90, like in the mid to high 90s on the cutter, on the four-seamer, and on the splitter being a mid 90s. That would be nice. That off-speed pitch can be pretty clean too. So I'm hoping we can kind of develop him. When you go to the second round, what I liked here was Carlos Nunez, 21 years old, little older, but he's got all the attributes to be just a solid player. He can help us out with the outfield and hopefully ends up developing into a player we can rely on. 6'1", 194 out of California. So he's a Cali kid. Being drafted by Angels is kind of neat there. We then went after a center fielder this time. So we went for a left fielder, then we go for a center fielder. This guy was a guy I really loved because he had power, and the fact that he was projected to be drafted in the middle of the draft, like a third-round pick, I think this is a steal for us. This guy has decent speed, and he's aggressive at when running bases. His discipline hopefully can be at that point, but I love the fact that he's got some power on against both sides of both arms of the pitcher there. So I'm hoping this guy, again, this is another guy I hope can kind of develop and really help us out, help develop and be a future outfielder there, because there will be a time when Trout is not there. We then, in the 4th round, snagged up David Hernandez. Main reason why I snagged this guy up, he's big, 6'5", 243. But what I liked is he's got some already good opportunities in the pitch velocity. He's okay in the control. He can get to better in the control. His break isn't there. He's a straight just speedster guy. He's got a cutter. He's got a four-seamer. Changeup is a 90-mile-an-hour changeup, which is kind of crazy. And then he's got a sinker that's kind of off speed. So big guy, though, 6'5", 243. That's going to be an interesting one. It's nice to have more righties in the bullpen. And then we snagged up another pitcher here, Antonio Robles. This guy really wants to play for us. Again, potential here to where maybe we see this guy being a middle reliever, long reliever, maybe even a potential starter down the road. But he's got good pitch velocity, okay control, and a pitch break. That's opportunity. He's got a 12-6 curve, a changeup, and a sinker along with his four-seamer. So this is a good all-around guy, and he wants to play for us. That's another thing as I recognize is these guys actually want to play for us. They're interested in us. And this last pick here was kind of an interesting trait. This guy is an outfielder. He's 19 years old out of Maryland, so East Coast cat, but he can play shortstop. And it looks like his fielding's pretty good. Arm, not so much, but he's got good speed and ability to steal. So another good base runner, in my opinion. So I want someone that's got some solid stats that we can grow with, but Jim McKellen is our cat. I'm really excited about these guys. I hope we do the right thing. I hope we made it work, but it's nice to get it done there. So the draft is done. We got our guys there. Pretty proud of it. I'd like to say at this point now, we'll kind of see what happens, but let's check out what happened here. Did we get any all-stars voting? Trout ended up getting it, and Logan O'Hoppe. So our two main guys there ended up getting on the board. When you look at starting pitchers there, none of ours probably made it, which makes a whole lot of sense. We had Paddock is there at the bottom. He had some votes. Closing pitcher, Helsley tried to get there. It looks like he's behind Kenley Jansen. 37 strikeouts for Helsley. Love that. And I think the guy had 25 saves. We just couldn't leverage him to save, so we got to figure out what the hell we're going to do there. We were leveraging a lot of our other guys, but we're going to have to figure out how to work through that. Catcher Logan won it by a mile. He is hitting dingers, dude. He is hitting dingers like crazy. 22 home runs. He's on track. Hopefully we can fight with him July, August, and then September. He can have a shot at maybe 35 home runs, which would be a record for him, and he is doing so good. He's already on track to beat out his doubles. He's already out hit what he did the previous year, and he looks like he has already surpassed his ribbies from previous, and he has a shot at beating his 2024 record. So he's playing very good. He's striking out less. He's just playing smart, man. So I hope Logan continues to be great for us. Nolan Shanuel just kind of fell short, but I think he's doing okay for us. Second baseman Rengifo was moving up. I think he's doing fine. 29 years old. You just got to figure that out. Third base, Gleyber Torres falls short. He was almost there. Unfortunately, Torres is regressing a little bit against lefties, but I'm not worried about that. Shortstop, Nito fell well short of the all-star list there. Mike Trout, though, nice to see that. Verdugo was close, but Teoscar Hernandez... Dude, Verdugo should be at the top of the list. What are we doing, man? He's got less home runs. Yordan Alvarez is really good, but he's better than Teoscar Hernandez. Like, come on, man. That is a bub kiss there. And Moniak didn't make it? Oh, get out of here. Lars Nootbaar? Did everyone just blow up on... it's so stupid. Crazy. Designated hitter. Jackson Holliday's on this list. Crazy. But yeah, it's not a bad group there. Nice to see them kind of make the All-Star game. It is what it is in that aspect, but we're going to go ahead and sim here. And it looks like we'll skip that one. Reed Detmers pitched and he ended up losing here. How did that go? Looks like, you know, the guys, we got to figure out our order here as we head into this one. But Detmers, 2 earned runs only. Cheney, yeah, they keep using Cheney. I got to figure out what the hell is going on there. But let me look at that real quick. 1 second. We'll be right back. Okay, so we updated the order there. We're just going to get through the All-Star game. AL beats the NL 26 in this All-Star game. Let's look at that. See the organization's games there. Helsley ended up getting... Oh, Helsley played! What? That's sweet. Can we look at the... We can't even look at the options there. Well, that's awesome. Helsley did play. Let's see if we can see the lineup there. Does that recognize that? We got an all-star there. Trout was an all-star. Look at the pitching rotation. Helsley was an all-star. Love it. So, we're keep tweaking things along the way, but I'm wondering if we go do that maybe. But not bad. We continue to advance here. We are now 3 days away from the trade deadline. This is where we're just going to go ahead and simulate through. We're 10 games above 500, so a little bit of a losing streak. Only 3 games behind the Angels, though. I think what I'd like to do here is double check the trade block, see if there's anything out there that could really change our game, right? Trevor Rogers from the Marlins. He's a lefty. He wants to make a move. My whole thing, though, is it worth it? You got Edward Cabrera for the Marlins. This is a decent player here. He's having some struggles, it looks like. 27 years old. 4.72 ERA, 1.1 WAR. What I'm recognizing right now is if we had him as a middle reliever, that might work for us. Now they're looking for a closer, catcher, second baseman, third baseman. I don't see myself trying to trade anything like that, but I'm wondering if we were to give them Flaherty, I'd do this. So I want to give them more teasers here because it looks like they really wanted Jack Flaherty, which was freaking psycho to me. So I'm cool with that. But the reason why I wanted to give them more is some more prospects is because Edward Cabrera, to me, could be very good for us for the long term. 4.72 ERA is kind of rough, but I think it's because I got this guy starting a ton of games. And what I'd like to do with Cabrera right now is just have him play like a long reliever, middle reliever kind of cat until he's ready to roll. We get some more righties on the roster too, which I want to keep doing. And, Max Schumann to us, he is a second baseman, never really was supposed to be a part of the future. He's doing pretty well in the the double A. And then the left fielder there in Tucker Flint, again, this guy wasn't a future pick for us. And I felt like, hey, they want these guys. We'll let them have it. Let's just double check this. So the reason why I'm looking at the Marlins is when you go to the wild card there, Marlins are at the bottom, 10.5 games behind. So them trading, they're trying to get some players off the block. I think that's kind of cool with us. So we get rid of a player here in Flaherty who I don't want to have. We give them a prospect like Max Schumann and Tucker Flint. And we get the player that I think can really help us out. So a nice little splash after the draft. I think that's a good move for us. we also make some room to hopefully allow us to develop there. But I'm pretty happy about that one. Trades accepted. That is going to move some guys around. You know, that's the whole point of having some single A cats there. They needed an outfielder. This is where I could probably move Andy Blake into the AA group, and probably throw Ruben Cardenas over to the AA group as well. We only got 3 guys in the single A. It is what it is there, but the rotation now is going to be fun. So, you know, you got Detmers in this one, you got Sandoval, Luzardo, Paddock, and Soroka. But what I'm excited now is we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we got 13 pitchers there, which is the max that we need. I'm going to move Cheney back down. I don't want them leaning on Cheney. I want Cabrera to be a part of that. And I think that's going to really clean some things up there. I'd like to see Trainin and Luis Siga kind of get back into it. But Helsley, he's doing everything we need him to do. I need him to close, though. So I think that's our big splash at the trade deadline. I think it's a good move for us. We got Sandoval, Gilbert versus Gilbert here. We're going to go ahead and sim that one. And we're going to let them auto fix that. So today's the day to sign draft picks. We're probably going to stop it on the draft pick thing, but let's look at this real quick. So Suarez got the win. Nolan did not hit well there. It looks like O'Hoppe kind of not doing so well there. Schneider not so well. But look at it. Everyone got involved. Suarez pitched 2 innings, then Joyce, Luisiga, and then the save by Helsley. That's what I want right there. The more we do that, the better. Nice to see Sandoval. He only pitched 4 innings, though. He's got to be kind of tired. But let's do this real quick. Let's get the first signing right now. Priority is going to be Chris Olivo, Carlos Nunez, and Charles Douglas. Let's see what we need to do for Olivo. He wants 4.38. So we got 10 million allotted, bonus allotted. I think giving it to the main guy makes sense. We got Carlos Nunez here. He wants 2.1 million. He's decided to sign, so he got a big contract. And then you got Charles Douglas, not asking for a lot. He declined. We got to wait on that one. Robles is there, and then Hernandez. We spent a lot of money, but I think this is okay. Let's check out Mike Soroka here. We lose to the Mariners 11-4. What happened here? Verdugo got some hits. Moniak not so much. Trout not so much. Here's what I'm thinking of doing. Cabrera gave up 2 earned runs in 2 innings. Suarez got involved. Then Herman Marquez. Here's what I'd like to do. We're going to change the lineup right now, and Trout is going to be a designated hitter. I'm going to have Moniak play center field, and I think we're going to move Verdugo back to left field, but I'm going to give Trout a little bit of a break here in the middle of the season. Not to say that he is hurting, but I think that could give us a new perspective there. I'm going to try to see if we could also move O'Hoppe there. Verdugo is playing very good at number 2, but I'd love to see if we can have a strength on the middle of the lineup there that can really help us out. Yep, that's what I want. I think that's a very good lineup there. Moniak there. Schneider up a little bit. Move Rengifo up. Yes, this is a very strong lineup. Up and down the roster there. As far as the pitching rotation, we lose there. Let's see if we finish this series here. It looks like we do. Quincy Hamilton is no longer injured. Today's the day. So we end up beating the Seattle Mariners 3-1 there. It looks like the rotation or change. Trout 0 for 4. Not good. His first game, I guess, a designated hitter. Looks like Nito struggled a little bit along with Rengifo. We had doubles, though, from Schneider and Nolan. Home runs from O'Hoppe and Schneider. And then you got Paddock giving up only 1 earned run, and then Luisiga finishing it off. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I don't know how Luisiga gets the win. That's freaking weird. But I'm wondering if we move up a little bit more on Schneider. Looks like I can sign some players here. Charles Douglas, what does he want? Looks like he wants a ton of money here. So we get him signed with no issue. Antonio Robles, he wants not much. He signs, sweet. And we got McKellen there. Dave Hernandez, he wants we're giving him 435. Wow. We got 2.3 million left. I can't submit an offer yet, so that's not bad. We're almost done. So I'm gonna kind of clear out this part here. I thought I was gonna end the episode sooner, but it's all good. See what happens here against Luzardo and the Texans. We win. We beat the Rangers there 4-2. He had 2 walks, but he had 2 runs. What the heck happened there? Moniak 0 for 3. Struck out twice, walked once. Trout, there you go. 2 hits, 4 ribbies. And then Verdugo gets some hits. O'Hoppy's kind of struggling a little bit. Got walked twice, struck out twice, walked twice, struck out once. Kyron 0 for 3. Hit by pitches, Kyron. Luzardo pitched 6.2 innings, so he was in the 7th when they took him out. They let Chase Chaney get an inning. Marquez pitched like 1 inning, 1 out there, and then threw in Helsley for the save. Love it. Love the combination there. And we'll fix that. And it looks like home team down by 1. Runner there. It looks like they got Trout at the mound. Pretty excited to see what he can do on this one. Here comes Trout, ready to roll. He's got a double and a single already today. 292 average so far this year. And he's an all-star. Continues the reign there, bottom of the 9th. Runner on first. Oh, we tried to steal on that one. He's grounded into a double play 11 times this year. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. You can't make that up. All right, Gleyber Torres here, ready to roll. First pitch, a little inside, no good. So they got Leclerc. He's 30 saves. Jensen's there. Helsley's at 27. Helsley hasn't had a save in a long time. Circle change just inside the strike zone. Good rip right there by Gleyber Torres in deep right field, and it's gone! And the Angels get a walk-off home run. Gleyber Torres just waited on the pitch. Leclerc put it over the plate in such a simple way, and you love to see it there. Angels fans, Angels players excited to see Torres getting it done. We moved him up on the board too. I think the lineup is getting stronger now. Schneider moving up in the top of the lineup now. Moving Moniak down with Verdugo in some spots are really creating an issue where the pitchers can't pitch around any of my guys. They got to deal with it. Edward Cabrera gets a win today. Love to see that. Trout with 2 for 4 today. You got Verdugo 1 for 4. Nolan 0 for 3. A little bit of a tough luck right there. Francisco Mejia had to get involved with no Logan O'Hoppy today. You got Trout with his 23rd double. Torres with his 11th home run. And then Reed Detmers pitched 5 innings, had 1 earned run, 5 strikeouts, and then Edward Cabrera came in, threw 4 innings, and he struck out 3, walked 3, and only allowed 2 hits. So the lineup's working. I'm glad. Edward Cabrera getting on the board on the deadline, getting traded late is kind of crazy. Didn't expect it, but I love it. Glad we did it. And that's 3 wins now in a row. We'll go ahead and submit there, and it looks like Sandoval gets the win 6-2. Verdugo got some hits. Torres got a hit and a ribby. Trout 0 for 4. Not so good in that one, playing designated hitter, but we'll see what happens. Schneider 0 for 3. Bottom of the lineup, not good, doing so. Francisco Mejia playing first base. Nolan must have needed a break. Kyron, though, he got a hit. I love that. Home run by O'Hoppy. Awesome. But look at that, man. Sandoval pitched into the 6th inning there, 2 earned runs, but Cheney comes in for an inning. Marquez comes in to save. Nice move. Love it. It looks like we got some... Did we have to... Oh, I think I skipped it. That's on me. Looks like we got some contract extension stuff we got to worry about. I don't think we got enough cash to do it. Logan O'Hoppe, he is a star. He truly is. I think this is a good move for us, but I got to think about that in the next... we got contract extensions. We'll probably do that into the next episode. But I want to get this signing done here before I end this one. A quicker episode. We've had some long ones recently, so I'm kind of cool with what we're doing here. Jim McKellen is the last guy. He's not asking for a lot. It looks like we went under the bar, but because players wanted to play for us, so that's good right there. We knocked out all our signings. I'm pretty proud of that. And we're good there. We're not doing too bad. It looks like a couple transactions did occur. Padres called up Matt Waldron. They also called up Robbie Snelling. And Phillies called up Andrew Painter, Sean Hill. So a couple guys got called up. As far as roster moves, Gaspar, we sent him down to single A, it looks like. Ketchup goes down to double A. Those are some auto moves there, but you know, some things are happening the way they should. I think we gotta remember we're only half a game now behind. You got KC coming up here. I think what I'm gonna do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm gonna get us to the contract extension time. So right here for the last game is what we'll do. So Mike Soroka's up now. Looks like Chase Cheney's here, bases loaded, and it's not looking too good for the Rook. Now the rookie staying up there versus Dorta, right? Like that could be a thought process. Like, why is Cheney doing that? Cheney's a little older than Dorta. Dorta's only 20, Cheney's 26. So I think Cheney needed to move up sooner, and I think him being in the bullpen is not a bad idea for now. We got a middle reliever. Good pitch right there by Cheney. Sick. Got a change up here, 0-2. Oh, that was a great pitch. That was a great pitch right here. 1-2 count. And he got him! He got him to end the 9th. Bases loaded. Great pitch by Chase Cheney, the Rook, man. Ooh, that was disgusting. We'll let it roll here, and the Angels win. Rengifo with the ribby single. O'Hoppe with a 2 ribby single. And they finish it 5-3. Nice play right there, man. Trout having a little bit of a situation. He's being walked a couple times, though. Gleyber Torres 0 for 5. What the heck? Kyron, though, getting some hits. Love to see that. 7th home run for Kyron, man. But Helsley gets a 28 save. There we go. I'm seeing some decent things right now going on with my guys. They're starting to find a groove here in July. But we're going to keep simming here. KC's up. There's an offer by the Reds. So Trainin is one of the guys on my list, right? I'm trying to figure out a way to remove some cap off our board. And it looks like they're trying to send over a left fielder here who looks to be a prospect. It's Nick Decker. So if we were to move and bring in Nick Decker, more than likely, he's 26 years old. He's a left fielder. I don't see that happening. I think we're going to keep Blake Trainin. We'll keep moving forward there. Reds are still interested. Oh, now they want Ray Montoya. That's not happening, bro. Sorry. So the Kansas City Royals end up winning the second game 4-2. Angels had more hits. They just couldn't put the points on the board. Kyron with another home run. Double by Trout. Caught stolen as Logan. But Paddock threw 5 innings, 4 earned runs. Cabrera finished the rest of the game, though, and did not allow any hits. Did not allow any runs. I love that. We got another game here. It looks like Mickey Moniak has a chance for a cycle. We're up 7-3. We get that done. Reds are offering another one. So they're trying to send us Jason Hayward here. I mean, I'm not upset about that. Jason Hayward, you look at Jason Hayward right now. He is currently in the AAA. I mean, if you want him, you can have him. I think it's a weird move to do. I don't understand. He's bottom of the list, so he's kind of just not wanted. I mean, I wouldn't be upset with that. We can just have him chill down there. So we'll make that trade. Let's kind of keep it moving here. I'm gonna sim only these next 2 games before the end of the episode. Detmers is pitching. He loses. Looks like it is 6-5 there. Close one. Looks like the Blue Jays just hit early on Detmers. 10 hits though total for the team. We just couldn't get anything going. Detmers gave up 5 earned runs. Cabrera though, he's doing well. So I'm wondering now, right? When you see something like that, we're now tied of the Ranger series. We're kind of going now. See if we can kind of keep it going. One more sim here before we end this episode, and we win 7-2. So Nolan Shanuel gets a hit. Verdugo 3 for 4. Love it. He is killing it, man. 325 batting average this late in the year. Really awesome to see Verdugo, and he got another triple. Gleyber Torres getting involved. Schneider, Rengifo, Francisco Mejia seems to be playing a little bit more with Ohapi. But look at 4 players getting home runs. 2 earned runs for Sandoval in 6 innings, and then Chase Chaney finishes it off with freaking 3 innings. He gets a save. What the hell is that about, huh? So Chaney, he's earning it, man. He might be a guy we could definitely think about signing. But my guys are getting there. I think everyone is starting to fine tune things. Herman Marquez could be a guy. I'm thinking now, when it comes to the rotation here, I think Herman Marquez is going to be a guy we will move down to the AAA. And I think this is where Sergio Dorda, who seems to be playing very good, we're moving him back up to the majors, and he's going to be a part of the rotation. I think Sergio has played very well, and let's look at where we're at right now. I think who just pitched? It was Sandoval, so it would be Soroka here. So I think with the rotation now, not bad on that one. We got 3 days until the until the contract extension stuff is done. You know, if we were to make a move here, we got the cash now. It looks like we got plenty of money. It says the max offer I can give, though, is 4.2. I don't think we have enough money to sign these guys now. I think we're going to have to wait till the end of the year. There's a lot, yeah. Victor Robles. Victor Robles is probably a guy we're going to let go. He is 28 years old. I don't know if I can bring him in again. Chase Chaney, I'd love to sign him, train and let him go. Sam Bachman will probably let him go. I haven't even seen how this guy is doing. Okay. He's on the 40-man too. I mean, we could move Bachman up in the rotation as well if we wanted to. I'd say I'd rather prefer to, if I'm going to call up some guys, I'd probably, yeah, this guy's got some speed. Yeah, I guess you could say Sam Bachman. He just had some tough times. We got to figure that one out. But Helsley, I need him to get more closes. But our rotation now, we got a full bullpen to where I feel very comfortable with it. Everything else is falling in place. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how these guys continue to develop. Let's do that. Caden Donna. I think it's time for him to eventually, like next year, we'll probably see him in the bullpen. You know, Andrew Moore, another guy we'll see in the bullpen next year. Yeah, we got him. I think I got Donna. I think we're going to see Donna and Moore moving up. Everybody else, Davis Daniel, no thanks. Arena's going to be gone. Herman Marquez, might just keep him down there. But I think we got a good crew, man. This is going to be fun. We will see what happens in the next episode, though. The Angels are currently a game ahead of the Rangers, so we're in first place. Simulations are working out for us. When I jump into these games, I just feel like some things are twisting and turning in a way that I'm like, that's really weird. That's not how baseball works in some of these scenarios. I'm like, what? Like, why would my guy hold the ball? Like, why? Like, weird things are happening. So we got to be patient with it. We're almost done with July. We got August and we got September baseball games, and the Angels have a shot. They can win 28 more games. They will be 90. 90 wins is what I think could give us an opportunity to make it to the playoffs. Win the division, I don't know, but make it to the playoffs, a huge possibility. I'm really hoping these guys can keep it rolling, but they're hitting well. The pitching's getting there. It's not looking too bad. The Pandas seem to have crapped the bed in a way I can't understand. The Bees are fighting to get into the top, but they're 11 games behind in that division. I don't know how the playoffs work in the minor league, but we'll figure that out along the way. But that'll do it for us. If you like what you saw, please drop a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think, and most importantly, subscribe to keep up with the series. This was a quick one, but I'm pretty excited. I think we had a really good draft. Looking forward to seeing what those guys look like also in the next episode. Maybe we can get a contract extension done. I don't know if we can do anything more, but Logan O'Hoppe would probably be the priority in that one. But we should have enough cap space for next season. But that'll do it for us today, everybody. Y'all have yourself a good one. And as always, let's go Angels. Have a good one.